Welcome to Massive Late Fee. And now your hosts, Mark and Carol.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Massive Late Fee. My name is Mark. With me as always is my tired fiance, Carol. How you doing today, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. It's been a good week here. It is November 28th, 1998.
Yeah, it is.
Those Thanksgiving leftovers have got you feeling a little groggy, huh?
All that, what is it called? Tryptophan. Yeah, tryptophan. Thank you.
That's right. I was going to say it was my macaroni and cheese.
Well, your macaroni and cheese was delicious, but I don't think it's responsible for the sleepiness.
Well, anyway, if we didn't say it before, happy Thanksgiving a few days ago, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
But we have some things to talk about, everyone.
We do.
First, I'm going to let you know about Robert De Niro and how he's still pissed off.
Okay.
Robert De Niro still fumes over a French judge who questioned him about a prostitution ring.
Interesting.
Cross France off the list of Robert De Niro's favorite places to visit. In an interview published Saturday in the daily La Figaro, De Niro said he's still fuming over his treatment by a French judge who questioned him this year in connection with a criminal case involving a prostitution ring. De Niro denied he ever said he would give up his Legion of Honor award or that he would never return to France after his questioning. I simply said I was tempted to do that, De Niro said. So, is he involved in French prostitution?
I don't know. This article says nothing about whether or not he's actually involved in it.
He's still pissed off about being questioned. At the risk of having you pissed off at me, Mr. De Niro, do you deny?
I mean, my assumption would be that if he's pissed at being questioned, he probably is innocent because a guilty person wouldn't be pissed about being asked.
I guess that's true. From what I've heard, too, he has a penchant for the darker-skinned ladies, shall we say.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think there's a lot of those in France.
I guess.
Arnold says yes to the body.
Okay.
And an even better known body will attend inaugural ceremonies for the body. Arnold Schwarzenegger plans to attend the January 4th swearing-in ceremonies for Governor-elect Jesse Ventura. Sorry to talk about politics, everybody, but Jesse Ventura won his election for governor of Minnesota. Jesse the Body Ventura. He would like to be known as Jesse the Mind Ventura now.
What?
Ex-professional wrestler Jesse Ventura is governor of the state of Minnesota.
Okay.
A progressive party candidate.
But I'm sorry, I guess I was a little behind
You don't
here.
know about Jesse Ventura.
Because I don't know.
Let me school you something about Jesse Ventura. You don't know I was out there in the shit in Vietnam.
Wow.
We were in the Mekong Delta.
So, Governor
Jesse Ventura. Yeah. So Arnold Schwarzenegger, famous actor and one-time co-star of Jesse Ventura, is attending the inauguration for Governor Ventura. When is Arnold going to run for governor? That's what I want to know. Because he's talked about doing politics or whatever, but obviously he can't.
I'll be back.
Because he is not American-born.
Wait, he can't do politics at all? He just can't run for president,
He can't be president. He's talked about, I'd like to be president.
Well,
But
yeah, you can't do that.
I can't be president because I'm not a natural-born citizen.
But
I could be governor of a state I can't pronounce. California.
I really can't picture that. I mean,
yeah.
I know Reagan did it, but
Ronald Reagan, famously.
and apparently now this Ventura dude's doing it. But I mean, I don't think that's a real easy crossover.
Actor / professional wrestler / governor of an entire fucking state.
Right.
He lives right there. I mean, Minnesota's right by us.
That is not a direct career path.
No, he was in The Running Man though, so he ran for this office.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Won.
Good
Let me
for
tell
him.
you something about the Running Man.
Carol, have you heard about this Y2K?
You mean the fact that like the year 2000's coming?
Y2K bug fixes cost millions.
Well, I mean, I've heard people talk about their fear of a Y2K bug, but I wasn't aware that there was one that existed and needed fixing for millions of dollars.
Well, it says, okay, so the metro area scrambles to avoid January 1st, 2000 computer crashes. So for those of you that don't know, way back when computers first started or whatever, when they were on giant punch cards and they took up an entire room, they decided to save some room writing the date out by, instead of saying 19, like, let's say 98, as many of us do, they just abbreviated to that little, it's the sky comma. What the fuck do you call it?
A colon?
No!
Apostrophe.
There you go. Apostrophe 98. So, now, apparently, when 2000 hits, computers are going to be like, what the fuck? It's 2098! And they're going to, like, explode or something.
2098.
Yeah, they're not going to know that it's or they're going to reset to 1900 or whatever, and then the computers are all going to say we shouldn't exist, and they're all going to blink out of existence.
Which means 2098 would not be the year.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. No one knows what's going to happen. You're looking at me crazy, like I'm being
because
crazy.
You said 2098.
Well, okay, so because it's 00. Yeah, they're gonna think it's 1900.
Exactly.
And they're all gonna crash.
There you go.
Exterminating the so-called millennium bug from local government computers already has cost Metro Detroit taxpayers $50 million.
But how are they fixing something that hasn't even happened yet?
But there's still no guarantee that all the problems will be fixed by the year 2000 because they're rewriting the computer code, that the language that they speak, so that it's 4 digits for the year instead of 2 digits.
Okay, well that makes sense.
So the thing can figure it out. The computer can figure it out.
I get that.
That could mean big headaches for citizens, including everything from disrupting household computers and 911 emergency systems to fouling up school bells. If computer systems do not function properly, it could hamper tax collection. Oh, that would be a shame. To delay pension payments and even increase the risk of vehicle accidents due to malfunctioning traffic lights on country roads, Wayne County Auditor General Brendan Dunleavy warned in an audit. The 2000 bug, known as the Y2K bug, results from the fact that computers recognize any year as having a 19 prefix. So, okay, I get it, but like, here's what I don't understand about this year 2000 thing.
Okay.
Like, or the Y2K bug, which I, by the way, don't think anything is going to happen. But if a computer, like, if the date clicks over and it says, oh, it's 1900, what's the computer going to do?
I don't know. I mean,
is the computer just going to be like, oh, like government computers? It goes to 1900, and the computers are like, oh, fucking launch all the nukes then. Well, it's 1900. The nuclear weapons shouldn't be here. Just launch them all, please.
I don't think that would happen. But I mean, like, if you have, say, like a bank account, they might be like, oh, well, you didn't have money in 1900, so that might go away.
But why? Why would that go away? Why would that be dependent upon the date?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't think it's any. I think it's much ado about nothing. That's what I think.
I guess we'll see. I hope you're right.
We will see. But you know what else we'll see, Carol?
What?
We will see. Well, we already saw a movie. So we talked about seeing Meet Joseph Black. Mm-hmm. We were going to see Meet Joseph Black.
Yeah, and then he saw that it was 3 hours long, and he freaked out.
Okay. Yep, that's what happens. I was going to build up to that like more. You could maybe have heard me like having an escalating series of things I was saying, but sure. Yes, it was 3 hours long, and I was like, ooh, I don't know if I want to meet Joseph Black that badly.
It's not like we've never seen 3 hour long movies.
Yeah, you know what the last one we saw was?
Titanic.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say The English Patient.
Ugh.
Exactly. That's what I was afraid of.
And
the Titanic was, fine. It was
Titanic was amazing.
Rose is still an awful person.
Pearl Harbor. Wasn't it 3 hours long?
I don't know what that is.
What's the movie? Where the D-Day movie with Tom Hanks?
The D-Day movie with Tom Hanks.
Uh-huh. That we just did recently.
What are you talking about? Oh!
The war movie that we watched.
Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. They haven't made a movie about Pearl Harbor as far as I know, except for, I guess, South Pacific. Is that about Pearl Harbor?
I don't know. It's hard for me to keep the war movies straight. But
From Here to Eternity, maybe? But yeah,
wasn't that 3 hours long? Private Ryan?
I don't think it was quite 3 hours long. It was long.
Close.
It was like 2:40 or something like that, but I don't think it was quite 3 hours. But that was also a good movie. Yeah. I guess maybe we should have seen Meet Joseph Black.
Maybe we should have, because maybe it would have been a better fucking movie.
You weren't super keen on seeing it either.
I was more keen on seeing that than the movie we saw.
It's my fault now, huh?
Uh-huh.
It's my fault that we watched this.
Yes.
Wow, you are something else. We also contemplated seeing Ringmaster, the Jerry Springer. This is my talk show, but it's a fake.
Yeah, that looks stupid.
But I think his talk show's also sometimes fake anyway. Mm-hmm. So the whole thing's dumb. So we didn't watch that either. Instead, we saw The Waterboy.
Yes, we did.
Carol, I have to ask you a question.
Sure.
I heard you laughing several times in the theater. Were you laughing with the movie or at the movie?
I don't know. I mean, it was a really bad and stupid movie, but it did kind of tickle my funny bone a few times.
See, that's somewhat surprising to me.
Yeah, I think, watching all these terrible movies, I'm, getting worn down to desensitized to the badness.
So are you ashamed of yourself?
A little bit.
Okay.
What did you think of the movie?
I thought this movie fucking sucked.
Did you?
Yes.
See, that surprises me. This is the kind of thing you usually like.
Wow.
Well, you do.
Because I'm an idiot.
No, because you tend to like slapstick kind of humor.
So I hate Adam Sandler, I think.
Okay.
Tell
us how you really feel.
We saw The Wedding Singer earlier this year.
Which was good.
Which I liked a lot. It trends a lot on 80s nostalgia. But it also... So some of the humor in that is applicable to this, too. I have noticed a trend in Adam Sandler movies. He really likes making fun of people that are different.
Yeah.
It seems like that is his raison d'etre is to make films that make fun of people that are not, whatever you would consider average.
Okay.
If there's anything about a person that is off in any way, there's a guy that has a glass eye and there's another guy that talks funny with a big Creole accent, and that's a big joke in this movie. You could say that Bobby Boucher, the titular Waterboy himself, is a subject of ridicule in some way because of how he is. And it's like, is he supposed to be... I don't understand this. Is he supposed to be stupid or not?
I don't know. It's confusing because he certainly talks as though he's stupid.
He talks as though he's stupid. Either mentally slow or stupid. He talks that way, and his father, who we see a picture of and then later meets at the end of the movie, also talks that way, and his eyes do that thing that, imagine someone doing a stereotypical, mentally handicapped person with their eyes. That's what he's doing. And it's like, so is he supposed to be dumb? But also, then he gets a 97 on his high school equivalency. Granted, he's 31 years old, but...
But was that 97%? Because it was 300 questions. So when they said he got 97, I at first thought he got 97 out of 300. But I feel like that probably would have been a failing grade.
Yes.
And he passed.
If you do the math, that's correct. That would be a failing grade.
But it was weird.
No, I think he got a 97%. And they were It's so weird. The movie puts obstacles in our way only, I think, because the screenwriters, Adam Sandler and Tom Hurley or whatever the fuck his name is, who's written every one of Adam Sandler's movies so far as I can tell. Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison and even The Wedding Singer.
Well, The Wedding Singer was good. The rest of them sucked.
And this movie, but they wrote this together, and I think they only write in those obstacles because they like say to themselves, well, this is what a movie's supposed to have. A movie's supposed to have obstacles, but the obstacles then are immediately taken care of with no problem whatsoever.
Right.
He's playing football, and his rival coach or whatever, the coach for the other team's like, guess what? You didn't fucking go to high school. You were homeschooled, so the NCAA says you shouldn't be able to play. And then we're like, oh my God, this is a problem. The very next scene, the coach is like, so I talked to the NCAA, and they're going to let you play as long as you pass a high school equivalency. And we're like, oh my God, but he's such an idiot. He doesn't know anything.
Right?
And then he takes he studies one night, and then he takes the test, and he gets a 97, and it's like, oh, okay. And these are like 4 scenes back to back to back, and it's like, oh, okay, so that problem is just solved then. There's no need for any dramatic tension.
I gotta say, I've taken the high school equivalency, and it's nowhere, it's not hard. So, I don't know. I mean, him passing it, I didn't really anticipate he would be based on the character, but I mean, it's also not like a super hard test, so.
Yeah. Technically, I can't really say much about this movie. It is the most cookie cutter. Frank Carosi or whatever directed this movie. He previously directed The Wedding Singer earlier this year, and I believe that was his first feature film. It's fine. It's not as visually imaginative as The Wedding Singer was. Mm-hmm. There's not nearly as much going on here. But it's, like I said, it's the most cookie cutter direction. It's competent is the most I can say about it, but it's very bland. I mean, it's wide angle shots because that's comedy framing. You frame someone close up with a wide angle lens, and it has more of a comedic effect. It's everything about it is exactly what you would do. It's like he just looked at all the technical aspects of like any comedy and was like, oh, let's do that, and that.
It did feel a bit cookie cutter. I'll give you that.
At one point, they do a crossfade shot to where he's like, I wonder what Mama's doing right now. And they do a crossfade shot to literally like a 4-second scene of her playing badminton with their
horse,
donkey, I believe it is.
Okay.
And then we cut back, and it's like comedy, I guess. I don't like. There are no jokes in this movie. There is no setup and payoff jokes in this movie. Most of the jokes in this movie are, oh, there's a guy in the stand that's dumb. And he says things that are dumb. Like he says, like, man, he tackles better than Joe Montana. And the guy's like, Joe Montana was a quarterback. And he's like, I said Joe Montana, the actor. And it's like, that's funny, I guess.
No, I mean, the times when it was trying to be funny like that, I didn't think came through as funny at all.
The entire movie was trying to be funny and failing. Where they were like, he's visualizing the entire team as fucking Fonzie. Like,
yeah, that was fucked up.
But you laughed.
Did I?
Yes.
At that?
Yes, you did.
Well, okay, what I found...
There was one thing that I thought was kind of funny. But go ahead. Tell me what
I found funny, what made me laugh, is when he's on
Blame me for this movie, but you loved it.
I did not love it. When he's on the field, and he's getting ready to tackle somebody, and he's picturing, like, them weird, he starts talking out loud, like he's talking to whoever he's picturing them as. Mm. And then, the person looks freaked out. And that's funny to me. Like, that was funny.
There was one thing that I thought was funny, and I think it was funny because it's going to sound weird when I describe this as subtle, but I think to me it's not screaming this is a joke.
Okay.
And that's why I think it's subtle, because it lets the humor of the situation work on the audience. So his big thing, the Waterboy's big thing, is he's been teased by assholes his entire life. Everyone hates him, including his current team. And they mess with him in the stupidest of ways, where they're like, let's crash into the fucking water he's trying to serve us, so we die of thirst.
That was stupid.
Or like, let me spit in this thing of water that he's making for us. That's your fucking water. Well, I don't understand that.
I'm questioning, though, too, like, how is he making water? And
he's not making water.
Waterboy, like, a thing for real?
Yes.
Because, like, I don't know, the other team was talking about they tried to get their towel boy or whatever. Like, I don't know. So Waterboy
is a real thing, but I don't think that, I think it's mostly just, like, high school.
Okay.
I don't know that they really have them in college. I mean, there must be somebody that's in charge of, like, but usually I would assume it's like an assistant coach or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, the one thing that I thought worked was it's kind of early on in his football playing career. He's thinking about all the people that have been mean to him, and he's like trying to visualize to get this anger up and everything. And the offense is getting ready to snap the ball, and they're standing there and everything. And he's just pacing back and forth, his arms like wildly waving as he rants to himself and shit while they're waiting to snap the ball. And if I was the opposing quarterback, I would be fucking terrified of just some lunatic, and who can run that fast and tackle that much. But that I thought was funny. And then maybe, what's her name? Faruka,
I think.
Faruka Balk, fucking stole every scene she's in.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She was fantastic.
She ate the heads off of tiny alligators, though, that the mom had grilled. And I'm trying to understand if that's a real thing that people eat.
I don't think so.
Was that supposed to be a joke, too?
I think that's a joke. That's the other thing. It's like making fun of people in Louisiana. Look at all these dumb assholes in Louisiana. Look at all the shit they eat. And it's like, to me, like I said, that's like making fun of somebody that's different.
Yeah, well, and I didn't in the beginning of the movie, the team he was working for gave him a note that said, you're stupid, kill yourself, or something like that.
Yeah. And that's the thing. To me, there's so much of the comedy in this movie comes off as mean-spirited and just, like, angry. And it doesn't work for me. None of it works for me. It wasn't funny to me. And it comes off as just mean.
I want to know why his mom changed her mind. Like, his mom was like this psycho holding on to him too tight, telling women are the devil, right? Yeah. And then Veruca, or whatever the fuck her name is, comes into his life. And at the end of the movie, he gets married to her, and the mom's all like, "Oh, I love you so much," and she's like, "Mom," and like they're all close, and it's like, what happened?
A bunch of people came holding candles to the hospital room and chanted Waterboy and said, "We love you." And then Rob Schneider said, "You can do it," or whatever. That's fucking comedy. Rob Schneider screaming, "You can do it!"
all night long.
I can do it. I can cash paychecks because my best friend growing up puts me in every movie. I'm a third-rate comedian. I can do it. Jesus Christ. He sucks. I hate Rob Schneider. And I don't like Adam Sandler either. These movies are... He is 1 for 4.
Yeah. Kathy Bates is in this movie, and I thought she was better than this.
So did I. I'm so disappointed that she agreed to do this movie.
Yeah.
She's she's an Academy Award winner.
Yeah, she's amazing. She shouldn't be doing this bullshit.
And she's an Academy Award winner, and she's sitting there saying lines like, "Oh, you'd play in the foosball." Yeah. It's like, come on. But she must have got paid a lot of money for this.
I guess. I can't imagine this movie's going to make that much money.
Oh my god! Well, his movies seem to make money for whatever reason. I don't know why.
I mean, I like the CD thing or whatever that he made, like with like Lunch Ladyland and stuff on it. Like, that stuff's funny. Like, he's not entirely unfunny.
I don't know. I don't
like the way he played this character though. Like the way he talked and stuff. I don't know.
Mama said alligator got too much teeth. You know, it's like, yeah, it seems like he was trying to play someone with like a mental deficiency or something like that, but not doing it in a respectful way at all. And I don't think he could. I don't think he's a good enough actor to do any kind of respectful take on something like that. But like I said, he must not be dumb though. Because he studied for one night and got a 97% on the test.
Yeah, and good for him.
So, like, I guess he's just super sheltered. But his dad is also dumb.
Yeah. But, you know, in the end of the movie, he's not sheltered anymore at all, so...
No, he's going to have sex, and, like...
That's weird, too, that everybody's like, oh, his mom's like, have fun becoming a man, and, like, everybody's, like, talking about how he's going to go do it.
And I guess that's the theme of the movie, is, like, growing up, becoming a man, becoming your own person, using anger to win. I don't know, but, like, I guess that's the theme, but they really fucking beat us over the head with it. She's like, well, you're not a man yet. Oh, have fun becoming a man. Oh, see breasts. That's becoming a man. What the fuck?
Yeah. Not a great movie.
No, that's an understatement.
But it did make me giggle. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, would you recommend this movie?
If you like Adam Sandler, then yes.
I would say, even if you like Adam Sandler, give this a pass.
I wouldn't go that far.
Maybe rent it.
Yeah. You could definitely wait to rent it.
Your money. It was half the time of Meet Joe Black.
Yeah.
And probably half as good.
And just the same amount for a ticket. So.
Yeah, I really wish I would have been like, you know what? We can spend another fucking hour and a half in the movie.
Just wasn't feeling it though.
Oh, I really wasn't. It's just not the time of year for Meet Joseph Black.
I don't know.
I mean, I get it. He's deaf and falls in love, and it's like, oh, no one can die now or whatever.
Well, Brad Pitt's in it, so that makes it a good movie, and he looks kind of like Louis from Interview with a Vampire. So
Louis. Which one is that?
Brad Pitt.
Oh, Brad Pitt plays Louis?
Yeah.
So he looks kind of like himself?
The character, like the way that he looks in the preview.
I would say he probably looks exactly like that character.
I'm saying, like, Death reminded me of the vampire.
The vampire Lestat?
Yeah. No. Louis.
That's Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
That's Thomas McFoffer or whatever his real name is.
Sure.
Did you know that? That's his real name?
No.
Real name isn't Cruise.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Oh, anyway. Mission Impossible, this movie.
No.
Enjoying this movie is Mission Impossible.
I don't want to see Mission Impossible.
We already saw it.
I didn't want to see Mission Impossible. We see too many fucking movies. I can't keep them straight anymore.
Yeah, we already saw Mission Impossible and we talked about it.
Yeah.
Came out 2 years ago.
Tom Cruise hanging from a thing in the ceiling.
From the wire. That's right. Yeah, you got it. You got it now. And John Voight exploding in a fucking helicopter.
I still hate John Voight.
Oh my god, it was a terrible movie.
Yeah.
Whole thing was terrible. This was a terrible movie. Don't see it. Don't support Adam Sandler.
Or, see it, enjoy your popcorn, and laugh a little.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. This movie was an utter failure on every level to me, with the exception of Henry Winkler is always delightful. That's Fonzie.
Oh yeah.
Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates is fantastic, and like I said, Faruqa Balk.
I always want to say Veruca Saltz
Stole the movie.
Yes, she did an excellent job.
But that is the episode for the week, Carol.
All right, so you can write us at latefee1994 at AOL.com.
Do that.
If you happen to see Meet Joe Black, let us know if you would recommend that we see it too.
Mama says you should go to retrolatefee.com.
Right. Check out our website there. And share the tips with your friends.
Oh, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.